Good Sunday evening, everyone. It is Sunday night, November 29th, 2015. I was going to take the day off. I wasn't going to do a YouTube video today at all. But the things, the trash, the garbage you find on YouTube, people that are just coming with off of the wall, fake, phony, I have to say lies, information. This is regarding, let me have a drink of my coffee. I know, it's 6:12 p.m. in the evening. Hold on. A lot of talk on the news lately about when September 11th, 9/11, but Muslims were dancing in the street. Now, there is a rumor going around, but on September 11th, 9/11, when them planes flown by Muslim, Arabic hijackers crashed into the towers and brought these buildings down, the Muslims were dancing in the street in Dearborn. Well, let me talk about an inside source, an insider, a whistleblower. I've got one for you. It's me. I'm going to begin by saying I am not defending the religion of Islam. I'm not taking the defense of Muslims throughout the world, including America or the city of Dearborn, Michigan. I'm telling you what I know and what I've witnessed with my own eyes. Now, just prior to September 11th, when the towers came down, and we're talking, and Building 7 as well, I worked in the city of Dearborn. I was sworn in by the mayor of the city of Dearborn, and I was an ordinance officer. I wrote tickets in the city of Dearborn. I was the director of security for Ford World headquarters, and the Hollywood management. And post 9/11, September 11th, I worked as a service manager for a Muslim family whose religion was Islam. And the father, his name was Nabib, and the sons were Marwan and Samir. And I worked and I talked with them. I became friends with them. And this is Dearborn, Michigan. And they would always joke. I would ask them, why do you have a giant American flag in the window? And they said, all of us Arabs, and that's how he said it, that we are Muslim, that we have an American flag, so you will trust us. No one danced in the streets in Dearborn. Dearborn today, when September 11th, when that happened, no one danced in the streets in Dearborn. To the best of my knowledge, I was there. I didn't always live in Holly, Michigan. I didn't always live in Grand Blanc, Michigan. I came from the suburbs of Detroit. I worked in Dearborn. Where I lived, you could hear when they had their call to prayer, the mosque. It would drive me crazy. I was that close to Dearborn. During that time, when this tragedy happened, when the World Trade Center was hit or imploded, and when Building 7 came down, when the news of this broke, the Muslims of the city of Dearborn, I'm not defending them, did not, to the best of my knowledge, dance in the street. I had to work there. I was actually writing tickets at the time. In the city of Dearborn, there was no uprising, there was no unrest, there was no one dancing in the street. I was in the streets of Dearborn. And after September 11th, when the news broke that these were these terrorists, these Arabics, that hijacked these planes, actually in the city of Dearborn, the Muslim community was kind of on edge and kind of thinking the whole world is going to come after them. And today, my son, David, Michael, my eldest son, and my daughter, they live in Dearborn. I've been in Dearborn, I can't tell you how many times a month do I go to Dearborn. When I go to Detroit with our homeless ministry, I go to Dearborn. Now, Dearborn is well-to-do. There are sections that are poor, but there are sections that people have a lot of money. You got all your Ford executives and all of this fancy places, fancy Middle Eastern cuisine. And there is no tension. You can today walk the streets of Dearborn, the Muslim communities, and no one is going to throw a rock at you. No one is going to harass you. My son lives there. I've worked there, so I just wanted to set this record straight. And let me ask, why would they? Do you really believe, and I'm not defending the Muslim community, I'm not defending Arabs, do you really believe Arabic hijackers hijacked these planes and brought these buildings down? It was an inside job. Our own government brought these buildings down and brought down Building 7. The World Trade Center came crumbling down from an implosion, a detonation. It wasn't jet fuel. So why are they going to dance in the street and take credit for something that they didn't do? Now, in Jerusalem at the time, in Jerusalem, when the news broke, the Palestinians did dance in the street. The Palestinians, the ones that Barack Obama is trying to defend today, that want to take over God's beloved Israel, the Palestinians, Hamas, they danced in the street when they thought it was one of them. Our own government brought these towers down. Dearborn is the largest Muslim community, probably in the nation, but it's not a danger zone. You can go there. You can go there. You can shop there. You can go to the restaurants. Wonderful Middle Eastern cuisine. I love chicken shawarma. So quit listening to these false teachers on YouTube that's filling you full of garbage. Garbage. A whistleblower. An insider. I'm your insider. I was there. Leave me comments. Oh my. Oh, does it ever end? Does it ever end? Why do you people follow these nutcases? We brought this government, the offshore bankers, the elite brought down the World Trade Center and Building 7, but nothing even hit. And it was an implosion, a demolition. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Leave me comments.